Yo, what's going on, everybody? Let's talk about it. Y'all see the title, man. Everybody screaming, quit your 9 to 5. Everybody yelling, be your own boss. But ain't nobody telling you the full truth about it. You know what I'm saying? And what freedom really look like. Some saying 9 to 5 feel like a trap. And then, it's some entrepreneurs that they built a job where they can't escape. So today we're gonna ask the real questions: 9 to 5 versus entrepreneurship. Let me get the brothers on here. Slug, Joe, what's the word, y'all?
What they do, what they do.
Just that
Chilling.
word, church.
So, man, um, it's this new thing that's going around, bro. Especially on social media. They got people thinking that a 9 to 5 is pure slavery, and entrepreneurship kind of symbolizes freedom. And you know what I'm saying? I think it sound good, but it ain't always real. If you quit your like, as an entrepreneur, and just in my opinion, and I'm an entrepreneur, if you quit your job today and you broke in 3 months or less, are you free? You know what I'm saying? Is that freedom? Because that's for most of us, that shit is hot, bad, no cursing. That's highly likely. You know what I'm saying? What's your take on this, Slug, with entrepreneurship versus 9 to 5?
Well, first of all, you gotta define freedom to me.
See, that's the thing. Like for me, freedom means different things for other people. Like for me, freedom was giving me the opportunity to purchase some of my time back. Time has always been the most important thing to me. So that's what my entrepreneurship was built around. But
Okay.
it depends on what freedom mean to you, though.
Yeah, so time is the most baby, go get my other charger and that other phone over there. Time is the most valuable commodity any human has. So when you speak about purchasing your time back, you gotta, see what that looks like in real time for a person, for anybody, because you can sit here and speak about entrepreneurship, but and you purchasing your time back, yeah, you don't have to clock in and you don't have to abide by another person's standards and their rules and regulations. But now you purchase that time back, but now that time that you purchased back, you invested it in yourself and you invested it into a company that you're building. You know what I mean? So the time is still spent. So to me, it's all personal. I'm not one of those advocates that a person should work um or a person should be an entrepreneur. I think what society have done with this entrepreneur word is they have overrated it and everybody want to be their own entrepreneur. Now we can do that in what you call that system, that buy and trade system, barter system. You
Mm-hmm.
can kind of do it in a barter system, but still at the end of the day, everybody can't be the boss. It's like having too many chiefs and not enough Indians. Somebody, even with you being an entrepreneur, somebody got to work for you. So society have given us this image that entrepreneur. When truth of the matter is, it's really nothing wrong with working a job if it fits your schedule, your lifestyle, and if it's accommodating to what you have and your goals. So at the end of the day, I wouldn't say that being an entrepreneur is equivalent to freedom or working a 9 to 5 is equivalent to freedom. It's all about what your goals are in your life, and that's I land right there for now. But that's
Mm-hmm.
kind of how I feel about the whole situation. It's up to you and what works for you.
What about you, Joe?
Um, I feel like happiness is freedom. Whatever makes you happy, um, that's what freedom is to me. If I had to choose a side, will choose ownership. Um, I don't believe in the word entrepreneurship. Entrepreneurs. I don't think um, I think successful people want to be entrepreneurs. I think uh, most people in the world just want money and they chase money. So it's a difference. People think that being an entrepreneur brings money. It doesn't. It brings exactly what D'Angelo just said. It brings time. That's what entrepreneurship brings. You have to find a way to settle into what you want out of life. It's kind of like what you just explained, Emmanuel, when you said that um, you can find freedom within a 9 to 5. You can find freedom within being owning your own business, but it depends on what that freedom is, right? So if you could get your life down to being able to support your whole life, your yearly of what you do yearly, support your lifestyle at $60,000 a year, and you got a business that makes $60,000 a year, I take that. I take that over working a job. I take me having freedom and being able to control what I do and just build on it. Um, Over working a job any day. But that's what you build towards. A lot of people can't see themselves doing that, or dumbing themselves back, or lowering their life in order to you know achieve freedom, because that's what it's all about. What it's all about is buying your time back, buying your time back from these jobs, and being able to could do what you want to do to further what you want to be in life. I would rather wake up and be able to do something I love to do every day, to go somewhere and do what I don't want to do, just to support my living arrangements. That's
Yeah,
just me.
that's it.
Yeah,
Yeah,
I
that's freedom.
yeah. If I this is just an opinion, it's not fact, but I think that those who start start off with entrepreneurship and their goal is money, they're gonna make it hard for themselves, man. If that's their only goal and their main goal, let me say that right, because I know I ain't got no passion for money. I got a passion for laziness, and I'm hard headed. I don't listen well. I don't follow. I don't take orders. So you know what I'm saying. I kind of it took me a while to figure it out, but my thing was that entrepreneurship was the only way gonna bring me any type of peace, bro. That's just me, and everybody ain't like me, and that was my reason. And I'm never chasing every dollar on the table. Never.
Yeah, but when you say, let's back just a little bit.
Okay.
When you say you don't take orders, right?
Yeah.
But that's all entrepreneurs do.
I don't take no. As an entrepreneur, I can choose whether or not I take it or not without consequences.
Okay, there we go. All right, I get you now. You kind of pulled that together for me. You know, it's just a image that we take as a society. Like, now, don't get me wrong. I understood what you were saying, but I kind of wanted you to pull that out too, because as an entrepreneur, like you serve. You know what I mean? Whatever your customer is your boss. You know what I mean? But
Yeah.
you got the wherewithal to choose whether or not you want to make that money. You want to take orders from that customer. You know what I mean? You want to do what it is it take or whatever it takes to please that customer so you can gain their business. Um, it's kind of equivalent to me in a sense when it comes to working a 9 to 5, because your only customer is a 9 to 5 is your supervisor or your manager. So you're gonna uh sacrifice certain things just to be able to take orders, whether it's being there at 7 on time every day, or whether it's getting a certain meeting, a certain quarter, meeting quality, whatever it is it takes to get your check. So It's just all about like we as individuals have different goals. And in order to reach those goals, we got to take different routes. So it's always what best fits you and your goals and your family or whatever you deem important to you. It's not cookie cut for everybody.
Whatever
You
you
know,
deem it. Hold on. Slug.
you hear me?
Yeah, I hear you. Go ahead.
Yeah, I'm just saying it's not cookie cut for everybody. It's not a black and white and one thing is for everybody. It's all about what you feel is most important to you in your life. Cause me, I'm an engineer. So I don't mind working. Long as, you know, I accept the right position, I don't mind working for another company because it fits me. It just fits me. I'm not the type of person, and then I'm not a salesman at all. I can't sell shit but dope, and that shit sell itself. So I'm not finna get out here and convince you to buy something that you already know you need. And I'm competitive, but I ain't got no time to be trying to wrestle with people about. Listen, my shit is the shit. If you want it, come get it. If you don't, God bless you. Best wishes to you, whatever you got going on. But I've never been the type of person to compete and selling something to somebody. So when it comes to the entrepreneur, I just never been invested to the point where it's like, oh, I'm gonna own my own business because what people do fail to realize is that shit harder than working for somebody. If you want to be honest,
Um, so let me give you a little pushback with that. I think it's only harder if your goal is not uh if your goal is I'm gonna make the most money, then
yeah.
it probably is harder. But if your goal is to, what I'm saying, being able to move to your own beat, it ain't always harder. It's
I
you know
can
what I'm
agree.
saying.
And
I can agree.
I kind of disagree with I think making money is easy. I think if your goal is to make money with your business, you could do that. But just understand that you won't have a successful business. You're going to make money. Um, I disagree with you, Slugs, when you say uh, your customer is your owner. Your customer is your partner. They want the product just like you're trying to move it for them, right? Or you're trying to sell them the product. They need the product. It's a bargaining tool. You gotta outbid whoever you're trying to outsell. But I'm with D'Angelo, like full force. I'm with D'Angelo. Like it depends on what you're out here for. If you're out here for money, like I said, you can make that. But if you're trying to make a success, if you're trying to build a successful business, that's going to be hard. But I think, but I think if like D'Angelo said, if whatever you put on the forefront and whatever you put as the main thing, you make the main thing the main thing. Nothing is hard. You got to understand that a successful business, you might not see a profit for the first 3 years. You got to live with that. You know what I'm saying? You got to be able to live with that. And once your business get to rolling and get off its feet, then it's pretty smooth sailing. Then you just put numbers in and moving things around to make things work. you know uh but it's nothing. I just feel like it's nothing in the world that if it's worth having is going to be easy anyway. So
Time out. Time out. Pause one. Pause one. So. Pause one. So. Pause. Danita, it is too fucking early. Okay. It is too early, Danita. All right, let's get our shit off first, and then you jumping in too early, girl. Man, I was on the same shit, but I was holding my tongue. You just had to go ahead and jump out and say the shit.
Oh shit.
God, what it do, baby?
My dog, what's cracking, Jack?
The neither on one early, gang. What's happening?
Always, always.
Hey, that motherfucker Scott popped on here like, we did it for love, yeah.
You're
Did it
damn
for
right.
love.
That nigga, he's close to you. Damn right.
That motherfucker theme music came on.
Oh shit.
Yeah, crazy.
Nah, back to regular schedule program.
Oh
No,
shit,
I
man.
definitely get it. I say they your boss though because you are out to please them. You are out to do what it takes, regardless if your ultimate goal is to be extremely rich and have a lot of money, or regardless if it's just to be, at a stead, pace of a certain type of income. At the end of the day, your customer you have to do in order to maintain that customer. You have to do what it takes to keep that customer. Yes, it's a partnership because you have what they want, they have what you want, but at the end of the day, it's more of people that they got to choose from. So in order to win their business, you have to be more pleasing than your competitors. You have to be more uh fit financially, whatever the case may be, unless they like a friend or some shit like that. Then you kind of just got they business just because they close to you. But they are your boss in a sense because you have to do what it takes to keep their business. Just like a 9 to 5 have to do what it takes to stay employed at that certain company. So that's the only reason why I say they your boss, not necessarily to say that they tell you what to do, how to do it, when to do it, and why to do it, but at some level you have to be understanding that, okay, this person wants this product, how can I get this person this product better than another person who probably can give it to him? You know what I mean?
But that's the same thing with every company. That's the same thing with every company. So that's why I say it's a partnership. That's why I
Yeah,
say
but
it's a
every
partnership.
company
No matter
is that
they
customer
feel
is
the
every
same.
company
So
boss.
my question to you is then, if they my boss, wouldn't I be their boss too? Because they need me to move their product.
In a
They
sense,
need me to they
facts.
need my product and stuff too. So we both
well
are each other
well
bosses. You
well
still a
well
boss,
well
bro.
well
So it's
that's equivalent though, Joe. That's equivalent to a person working a 9 to 5.
no,
if
it's
if
nowhere
that's the
near the
argu-
same.
if that's the argument, wouldn't they be my
It's
boss too?
no, it's nowhere
Wouldn't
near the
would
same.
listen? Wouldn't it be equivalent because I'm working for this company, but this company need my service as well.
Yeah,
This company need me to
but
pack these boxes, do this warehouse shit, whatever the fuck, flip these burgers. This company need me. Yes, he can go and pick another person to do it, just like your customer can go pick another person to, you know what I mean? Wouldn't it be equal? Wouldn't it be the same?
no,
If not,
it
how?
depends on it because it depends on what bit like okay, it depends. I actually it depends on what line of work we're talking about, right? So if like let's just throw out something like we're talking about transportations, right? Transporting goods, right? Like of course they can be like, oh, we can go find somebody to do it cheaper. But I could also be like, okay, well, you can find somebody to do it cheaper, but you can't find nobody to do it to move it as the quality that I do it. You know what I'm saying? They might miss a load or two. So the big companies that appreciate the most successful companies in the world will choose quality over quantity. They never going to choose quantity over quality. So you're going to always have the big businesses that's going to make sure that your company stay afloat. These little companies that want to choose quantity over quality, you don't want to do businesses with them anyway. You might do a job here and there for them, but the businesses that you're going to be consistent with and going to have good relationships with is customers that going to build a good brand just like you. That's what you're trying to deal with. You're not trying to deal with people that's not building good brands. It's just like you, a person that's working a 9 to 5, right? You don't want to go somewhere where they like, oh, well, we just over here doing, everybody at the job just doing what they can to get through the day. No, that company gonna go under. You might as well start looking for another job.
Yeah, it just all
You know,
depends. It's personal. It all depends on the end goal. If the end goal is like we was talking about, if the end goal is to build a successful company, then yeah. But if the end goal is to just make a couple 100,000
that's
in a couple
easy.
years,
That's
then
easy. That's
that.
easy to do.
But that's the
That's
end goal, though. Well, for
and that's
some
why I say
people,
that's
it just depends
very
on your
the
end goal.
easiest thing in the world to do. You know, like I had this discussion with D'Angelo and Dave before, right? Like I think I had this conversation with y'all before too. It's kind of like the clothing business, right? Don't ask me to support come support you. Ask me to actually let me see your stuff and actually enjoy your clothes. Because if you want me to just come support you, then I do that. But that don't mean I'm going to continually to buy your clothes. You know what I'm saying? Like because I might not like them. You know, you want to build something that's going to be sustainable and that's going to grow. You know,
Mm.
and if you doing that, then I think that being an entrepreneur, being owner, having ownership in something is way more, it's way better than working for somebody. Now,
What about?
granted, now granted, I believe, like you said earlier, you know, we need both. We need both. We need people that's gonna work it. We need people that's gonna own, right?
Yeah,
But that's how the world works. We got people out here that don't want to own. They just want to work for people because
right.
they
That's
comfortable with their
capitalism.
life is. You know what I'm saying? But that's cool and all. Me personally, I'd rather have my own. I would rather take $50,000 a year and have my time over making 200, $300,000 a year and don't have no time. That's
But
just me.
my question to you, um, is why?
Why?
Sim- Why? You
Because because
let's go over the circumstance real quick before you say
no, no,
why.
let me
You
just tell
said
you why. Let me just tell you why before you go into the circumstances, right? And y'all might laugh at this, but I think D'Angelo will understand this, you know,
I'm
more
definitely
than
ain't laughing.
most will. Money buy unnecessary shit. That's why. That is the main reason. Money helps you buy unnecessary shit. It's nothing in the world that is necessary you need money for. Nothing.
what?
What?
It's nothing in the world
He
that
lost
is
the fuck out of
necessary
me
I
right
knew it.
there.
that you
I
need
knew it.
money for.
I knew it,
It's
Joe.
nothing in the world that's necessary that you need money for. Nothing.
It's all right.
We already going.
All right, but go
Oh
ahead.
shit!
Oh shit.
You want me to explain it?
Food,
Nah.
money,
Tell me.
food,
You don't
housing,
need
clothing.
you don't need money for food. They have homeless shelters you could go get a meal from. You don't.
Joe.
Okay. That was horrible. A horrible
I'm
example.
just hey look. This is what okay, I give you a prime example, right? You will look at Floyd Mayweather and be like, it's not necessary for him to have 1,000 cars. Don't you say that? Is it necessary for Floyd Mayweather to have 40 cars?
No, it's necessary for him
Is
to
it
have one
necessary?
car though. It's
Yeah.
necessary for him to have one car.
No, it's not. No, it's not. It's Uber. You could walk places. You could do. You don't need.
Okay.
It's
Uber.
everything.
It
Listen,
costs for
listen.
Uber and it costs to
I
walk.
didn't. Wait. You could go through the government and get a bus pass.
It costs for the government to be able to afford you to have a bus
I'm
pass.
talking about. We're not talking about the masses. We're talking about as an individual. I'm talking about as you as a man. It is homeless people out here that will look at you and say you waste so much money. Why? Because
because they
they is
broke.
no exactly and they is living they is living life every day
You
just
say
like you. They living life every day
No,
just
the
like you.
fuck they not. No,
Yes,
they
they
not
are,
living like
and
me.
they probably happier than you. They
They
probably happy. You was probably way more
You
stressed than a homeless person. I
you off
He
the
guarantee you.
already
deep end
I
early.
he
guarantee you,
did
you are way
earlier.
more stressed than
Hold
that.
on, before we go into this, because we finna go somewhere. I really want to get Ivo and Scott opinion about the topic before we really drive that far and go left, because we was on our way there. But Scott or Ivo, whichever one, uh, the topic, what's really freedom, y'all? Entrepreneur or 9 to 5?
Uh, entrepreneur.
Explain.
9 to 5 is mandatory. You don't work, you don't get paid. I mean, same thing with entrepreneurship, but you create your own schedule. And I mean, even though work might not be guaranteed, you know if you know your product can make money, then you don't really got to worry about that too much. Now it just depends on how much you're trying to make in a short amount of time, but it still give you more freedom to work your own schedule. So I'll choose entrepreneurship.
Okay,
Yeah, that
Scott.
makes sense. I think it depends on the field. It
Yeah,
depends on the field,
yeah,
definitely. Because you got barbers and hairdressers and clothing designers
right,
that can do things, through any climate. You know what I'm saying? It could be, how we had COVID and shit. They can
I agree.
always work. You dig what I'm talking about? But certain jobs and shut down. But at the same time, I can look at it on, the flip side of the coin where, it's hard to be an entrepreneur because especially when you get so many workers, like if people up under you working, you have to provide, you gonna have to start providing healthcare, time off, what's that? When they get when they get
401
pregnant.
FMLA.
retirement, all that shit.
Yeah, all that when they get pregnant, you got to get them time off. You dig what I'm talking about? So it it
Right.
it might be harder for you
But
to do that because you coming out of pocket. So this what I'm saying. So
all,
it depends on the field and what it is.
all that comes with growth within the company though too, because you
Yeah,
can't.
yeah,
Yeah,
yeah. Because then you got to give people vacations and shit. You dig what I'm saying? So I mean that's how it is.
Yeah.
So you have to take into account if you being an entrepreneur, that's what it is. If it's just you by yourself, that's why I say it's the field. If it's you
right.
by yourself, being an entrepreneur is dope. But if you're an entrepreneur and then you start hiring people, you got to take all that into consideration.
I mean, yeah. I mean, well, yeah, you're right. Cause look at barbers. Cuts used to be what, $10 some shit back then.
10,
They charging
15,
damn near $50 a
20.
motherfucking cut,
Yeah,
and they raised the rent on the chair. What, $200, 250, $300
right.
a month?
Yeah, that too. Yeah.
So
But
So
you,
that's what I'm
but you, but
saying.
but you,
People,
but you speaking on you speaking on the price of living going up. So of course everything is going to increase. Like so that's inflation. That's life. That happens everywhere.
but I'm just saying. So with that being said, you can work a 9 to 5, and then inflation, as you say, that'll happen. They have to raise pay. Minimum wage goes up.
Right.
But if you a barber and you been charging marks $20, now you like, hey, it's getting rough. I gotta charge 40. It's harder for a person to pay you 40 when they've been paying you 20 all their life. You dig what I'm saying? So
But I disagree with that. I totally disagree with that. I feel like I feel like good work, people are going to pay for good work. I just firmly believe that. I,
true.
I don't I don't believe
I
that I
agree.
don't believe that nobody on this earth is going to if your barber is that good yourself, you would tell him like, "Hey bro, like you probably need to go up. Like you different now. You know, you're in a different you know, you're in a different. It's a different ball game now. You know, you can't keep on charging your same prices. Everybody knows that. You know what I'm saying? So, I don't believe that it'll be hard for people, and the people that it's hard for to pay that, you don't want them as customers anyway. You don't want them as clients anyway. Okay, well you go find somebody else. You pay for what you get. That's just how life is. You pay for what you get. And when somebody, if a barber start off at $20, that's because they just starting off. They don't know no better. Nobody like you. There's no way you know how to you're not gonna know how to run a business your first year. You're gonna have some bumps in the road. It's gonna happen. You're not gonna know price marks. You're not gonna know none of the stuff you need to know that's gonna lead you to being a successful businessman. You're gonna learn that on the go. You politic with people. You start learning like, nah, we can't do this. Maybe you need to move your shop. Maybe I don't need to be over here in this area, and people only want to come over here and get a $20 haircut. You maybe need to move your shop to a better place. It's all about where you want to put your business at for the money you're going to charge. So
Yeah,
all that stuff plays a part in it. But when you're working for a company, you got to depend on them. That's why a lot of employees go on strike because they can't get their way. They want a better raise than what these people do. And then they giving you pennies. They
yeah,
you
no,
already you already you already on the low end of the stick working for a company, because you best believe if they paying you $20 an hour, they making probably 200 off of
that's what I'm saying. I think we kind of saying the same thing. If I can be the entrepreneur and make, I'm just random numbers. I'm gonna just say 100, but then I could be in worker and make 60, but my 60 is stress free. You got to understand that part is huge, because you
what
might
you
be your
what you talking
100
about,
might
like,
not be 100 at the end of the
hold on,
day.
what you talking about what you talking about
So
stress free? You saying
so
working for
basically
somebody is stressful? Is it stress free?
so basically it's just a debate between whether you doing what they want you to do and what you want to do. That's all it is.
Yeah,
That's what
I
I
don't
just
think
said, bro.
I don't
That's what
think you'll
that
ever
was my whole argument, bro. My
I
whole
don't think
argument was
Go ahead,
that
Slug.
my whole argument was
To
that
make
it is a
money.
it is a personal preference, bro. That's just it. That's just how I feel. My opinion, it is what you got going on personally in your life and what suits you best. Sometimes it is less stressful for a person to work a 9 to 5 than it is for a person to become an entrepreneur. Because if your 9 to 5 is contingent on you doing something you love to do, then it's not stressful. You doing what you love to do, and you getting paid for it. You don't have to own a big corporation, or you don't have to have 5, 10, 15, 20 employees under you doing what you want to do, doing what you love to do. Because now you're not only doing what you love to do, but you got to be responsible for 20 lives and 20 different families. So you got to make sure that's something you don't want to do. What you want to do is be a painter instead of running a fucking art gallery. You know what
Yeah,
I
see,
mean?
yeah,
So
see,
Yeah, I did that.
I can't rock with that. I can't. You want me to tell you why? Because the one thing I that I look at when you say stress, right? One thing I know about my company is that I will be the downfall of it. You won't be the downfall of the company you working for falling. So you can't control nothing that company does. I control everything in my company, whether it's successful, whether it's not successful, whether how much money I make that day, how much money I don't make that. Like Ivo said, if I want to go to work that day and make and I set a goal to, like, okay, I'm gonna go to work today and I'm gonna make $400 today, and I'm gonna stop working. I'm gonna work 4 hours. You can't do that at your job. You gotta have PTO. You gotta have vacation. You gotta have some type of time in order to leave, or you're gonna be like, oh shit, I could get fired. Yeah, I can't. I'm not. I can't do that with myself. And that's what I mean by when I say time. A company
Wait.
controls
So,
your
but that's
time. You
real
control
quick,
your time with a company.
are you saying that if you own the company, you don't have to have accountability for the time you take off?
No, no, no. What I'm telling you is if I want, if I want to, if I woke up right one day and I own a company, right? And I'll be like, okay, next week I'm taking off a month, and I'm gone for a month. I'm not gonna be open this month. You could put things in place for that to happen, but you are
If you put in
still
a
the
joke,
most important thing to be for your company to be successful. What I'm telling you, if you work for a company, you have no bearings on that company being successful at all.
no, it's equal. It's
You
equal.
you
It was
you a
not because
very
you're
you
not
a
because you
very
working
small
for a company.
percentage. You're a
Working for
very
a
small
company.
percentage of that. You could
Listen,
come to work
Joe.
every day and bust your ass, and that company could
Listen,
still
Joe.
fold.
Because your end goal is not to make the company successful. Your end goal is to get a check.
Exactly. That's what I'm trying to tell you. So the stressful part is you got to make sure you still having a check and not knowing if a check is going to come. You don't know
Oh,
that.
no, 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 no. If you working and you putting in that time, that check coming at the end of the day. I don't give a fuck if
No,
the
no, no.
company's successful or not.
You're not getting what I'm telling. What I'm telling you is, if that company is, you ain't never heard of companies closing down and people not getting paid.
Bro, I've heard of that shit in the government,
No, bro,
but
it
I have
happens all the
listen.
time, bro.
And
Let me
then
tell you,
they
bro.
but this, my thing is this, people that run the companies, they lose they homes and a lot of shit. They get bankrupt. A lot of
You absolutely correct. You
yeah.
absolutely correct. Hey, look, you absolutely correct. But like I just told you, they control that. You can't control yours. If they company closed down and you got a lifestyle you living, what now? You gonna have to go
Find
back
another
out here and
job.
find it. Okay, but what if that next job don't pay what your other job is paying, and you can't afford the lifestyle you was living now? Now you got to take a tick back on the way you was living because you choose to live with
It's the
somebody.
same. It's the
It's
exact
not the
It's
same.
the
it's
exact
not the
same thing.
It's the
it's
exact
no,
same if you
but
decide
that's
to take a month off, Joe. If you
no, it's
decide,
not,
okay,
bro.
I can do what I want to
No,
do,
no,
and I
no,
can
it's
take a
not,
month
bro.
off because I run a company. I can go and take a month off because I feel like it. You think you're not gonna catch no
Yeah, see,
backlash
see,
for
see,
taking
see,
that month off?
and this why I keep on. That's why I preference when I said, what type of business is we talking about? Because if you're talking about running a successful business, all you doing, like I said, in 2 to 3 years, all you doing is punching numbers. You barely probably there.
Nah, that ain't how that work. That ain't how that
What?
work.
It's,
I said no, that's
yeah,
not how that
yes, it
work.
is. Yes, it
Hey,
is.
the guy at the top, they fall the fastest. Because you might try to,
Yeah, the
scapegoat
hardest.
people and it's bogus when they do that. But the guy that got the
They
most to
got,
lose because you got all the money, you got the big
hey,
house, you got this, the cars and this and woo woo. Woo.
but what did I
If
say
you
earlier?
fire if somebody lose their job, they making 40, 50, that's bogus. Then you a bad person for making them lose their job like that. But
What
then you making all the money. Then now it's like, okay, now you scraping and trying to, save your lifestyle, and you fall the hardest.
and
The struggling people know how to
that's
struggle and get to
that's
it.
that's what most ownerships do. Most ownerships are not going to look out for the small guy. They not. They gonna make pay cuts is coming to the low man first, not the high man. You're taking a pay
True.
cut before me. So it's not gonna be. I'm not gonna be. I'm not gonna. It's. You don't skim from the top. You skim from the bottom. You don't be like, oh, the bottom line ain't mean where it's at. Let me take some money from me to look out for them. No, you don't do that. Because once you, unless you feel like you can save your business, that's the only time you do that. But if you feel like, okay, this is a damn business, you gonna see the fall before me. I'm gonna make sure I'm good, and that's what it is. And it goes back to what I said earlier. Like, listen to what you just said. You said they got all these big houses and this, spending all this big money and stuff. Like me and D'Angelo said earlier, it depends on what you're trying to start a business for. If you're trying to start a business all that fancy stuff don't that stuff don't that it don't enthuse you. You just want to run a successful business. The money gonna come. The money's gonna come. That's why I said
It's
earlier, the
just
easiest thing in the world to do is to make a dollar. That's easy.
it's
That's
just
the easiest thing in the world to do. You can make, bro. You could go outside.
I
You can
thought
go
I saw Leon
outside.
on here. Leon ain't on here yet.
Mm-mm.
You can go
I thought I
outside and
saw.
shovel some snow and make some money, bro.
for sure.
Making a dollar ain't hard.
Boy, you ain't about to go outside and shovel shit right now.
But no, making a dollar, he ain't wrong. Making a dollar ain't hard.
No,
Keeping a
I'm
dollar
just
is the
saying,
hard
motherfucker,
part.
you talking about shoveling snow. Like, you gotta be realistic, man.
What
When
you
But
you
mean be
keeping a dollar
realistic,
though,
bro? What do
keeping a
you
dollar
mean
is
be
the hard
realistic?
part.
It's people out here that have shoveling snow removal businesses.
they do
What are you
have
talking?
shovel
So what
removing
are you
bit.
talking about?
No,
Why do
but
you
I'm
say ain't
saying,
nobody gonna do it?
okay,
That's what I'm saying. It
Well,
starts
okay.
somewhere, Scott.
I think anybody can make a dollar, but you know what I'm saying. It ain't. You saying that's easy, but it ain't easy to make $10. And unfortunately, you kind of need $10. It ain't. You know. Yeah, you can go out there and make a dollar, but that ain't gonna be enough for most. Can't survive.
I guess that's what I'm trying to say, D'Angelo. Like, you could say you can go out there and shovel some snow, but I, I got a crib. I ain't about to shovel the snow and keep the crib. Like on some regular shoveling the snow. You talking about people got snow shoveling businesses. I understand what you're trying to say. But in the summertime, you the entrepreneur, you got all these snow plows and shit. What are you doing in Chicago in the summertime? Nothing. You gotta
What do you
figure something
mean?
out.
What do you mean?
You ain't shoveling no snow in the summertime in Chicago.
Hopefully, all the shoveling
What?
you did the last 6 months.
Hey,
Because
hey,
let's just
hey,
face it, it's
exactly.
seven months. It's seven
That's what
months of snow in
that's what you
Chicago.
got to realize that most every business have downtimes. Every business have downtime. You got to learn how to
Not
fucking
every
survive
business.
through that. Every business have downtimes.
It's a
Every
okay.
business have peaks and
The
every
media said
business
you
have
pivot.
lows.
The media said you pivot and you cut grass.
What you mean? But you can do that, but you don't have to though, because every business have its peaks and every business have its lows.
Shit,
Every
not
one of
selling,
them.
not selling dope.
Not McDonald's.
This is what I'm
Every
saying.
every
I
business
worked
have
at a
its
steel mill. We was
every
decent.
business have its
Not
every
Pumping
business
not
have its
not
12
the
months
peaks.
a year.
not the funeral home.
Hey, the funeral
See,
home cracked
we
all
just
year.
named five of them motherfuckers, Joe.
Not the
All right,
church.
Selling
bro.
dope,
Not the
steel
All
church.
mill,
right,
the
bro.
church, funeral
Over a
home.
billion
Hey,
served.
you want me to tell y'all something? Y'all is very low surface basis saying this. Go talk to these businesses and ask them. I guarantee you they'll say, yes, we have lows.
But Joe,
Every
We're not
business have
disagreeing
lows.
with you.
but
No,
Joe,
no,
what you doing is
y'all just name five things like them. I guarantee you, if y'all, I can't do it right now.
Joe, you a black and white person, and we was being black and white.
What's the peak months? What are the peak months for funeral homes? I guarantee you they have peak months. I guarantee you. Every business have peaks and every
Yeah,
business
hey,
have
listen, I
lows.
ain't say funeral, but funeral homes, it'll be the summer.
That's all I'm saying. Every
What
business
50
have
say is
peaks.
hiding down
Every
this bitch.
exactly. I guarantee you
Well,
funeral
shit,
homes are
it
not as
depends on what
busy
city.
in the
It
winter.
depends on
I
what city
guarantee you
that
they ain't.
funeral home is. Shit, because in
That's
Chicago,
true.
shit, I
I
don't give a fuck
guarantee
what
Summertime.
what
in the
time of
summer
the
when
year
the
it
Summertime.
is.
sun I guarantee you when the sun start coming out in Chicago, funeral homes start being like, okay, we finna have rushes. Just like when I worked on cars.
Yeah, but when
The
you say
best
lows
time
though, but
about
when you
it,
say
and every company have lows and every
yes,
company
we
have
agree.
peaks.
Of course, that's evident because it's a graph. On certain times of the year, you're gonna sell more than others. But when you talk about lows, is you going under the radar to where you're not really making no money, or you just going low a little bit than where you were before?
No, you why look, look, look. this is what D'Angelo, you could correct me if I'm wrong. When you have your own business and we talk about buying your time back, right?
Mm-hmm.
When you slow, you start to prep for when it get busy. You have time to do that. If you don't have time to do that type of stuff, you can't build. You build when it gets slow to make your company better. Start learning more about the business. If you steady moving and steady going and steady going and steady making money and steady making money, where can you learn to grow your business?
Well, you supposed to fit. That's research, and you supposed to fit that in at all times. Slow period,
But but
fast
but
period,
but but
whatever.
but but my thing to you is, if you ain't got the time to do it, how can you do it?
That's how you hire people. You hire consultants. You hire different individuals who can make up for that time. If you focus on one thing, that's what a team in a company is all about. Hiring different people that can allocate for you, and that can. You got lawyers. You got all different types of avenues in your business that can pick up shit that you can't do. It's depending on how big your business is. I got a question for y'all though.
Every company needs a team. It's not a ain't no one man
Right.
can make a 500 Fortune 500 company.
Right. I got a question for y'all though. That's a
But I
fact
don't
right
know if
there.
you was what. Hold that question. Make sure you get it though, Slug. I don't know if you was here, Ivo, when I was saying that like everybody goal ain't Fortune 500.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? If your goal Fortune 500, then you got a lot of work to do. But everybody goal ain't Fortune 500.
Right. I mean, even with the small business, the medium sized business, you still need a team. You still need more than one person to operate a successful business.
Depending on what
Facts.
you're doing. Depending on what you're doing. Go
On
ahead, Slug.
whatever not on whatever it is. Like even a barbershop, you might not be able to get there to open the doors. You might have to send somebody, one of the barbers, get the keys and go open the store for you. Like it's just small shit like that. Like
Yeah,
you
if
need
you want it to be lucrative, if you want it to be worth it, if you want it to growth more than if you want to grow 6 figures,
you gonna need
you're
another
gonna
person.
need a team. You're gonna need a
Yeah.
team.
I
You're
disagree
gonna
with
need
that too.
you're
I
gonna need a
disagree.
few. You're gonna need a few people to
I think
grow 6 figures on a continuous basis.
I think if you got a business making, I think you got a business making probably 7 to 8 figures, you might need a team.
Facts.
You can manage a company by yourself making $400,000 to $500,000 a year. You
You
can.
definitely can.
You
Depending on
can.
what it is. Buddha
Depending
say
on
my
what it
homie
is.
snow plowing and landscaping the company has had to pivot in Chicago for the past 3 years for these winters because it ain't been much snow. You gotta be prepared to pivot. Then we got LBD 16. People die all year round. You're just thinking about the people getting shot. People don't only die from violence, cancer, heart disease, stress, and other causes of death.
Mm, mm,
Never stop.
mm.
So
I like that point.
yeah, because um
That still ain't what all I said was
no, no,
every
that was
company have peaks
no.
and every
Scott
company
had
have lows.
said. Scott said that. Scott said that. He willing to bet that funeral homes peak in the summertime.
I will bet that too.
Yeah,
I
it's
would
true
too.
because my little homie, his people, they run funeral homes. They in Florida now, but he from here.
Um, you got the
So
plug on
they
that
run
water, huh?
funeral homes, and he told me last time I went to Miami, he like, no, it was Orlando, my bad. But he like, boy, it's bread. He trying to branch off and do his own. Is and get away from his people so he can make his own bread. Funeral homes in the
Yeah.
summer is crazy. He trying to come
Yeah.
back here and work.
For some reason, and I could be wrong, but I doubt it. I'm leaning more on to the last comment. Like the violent deaths that happen in the summertime are highlighted. That don't necessarily mean it's more death happening. It mostly everybody got to go to a funeral home,
All you gotta
but
do is research it. That's it. All you gotta do is research it. Look it up.
yeah. Hey, Slug,
Now
you
let me
remember
ask.
that point you was trying to make, Slug?
Yeah, I got a question for y'all. Um, Do you agree or do y'all agree or disagree that it's a personal preference?
Oh, 100%. I agree 100% because I don't believe that everybody should be an entrepreneur. And I also don't believe everybody should be a 9 to 5er because I'm from the cloth that I definitely should not be a 9 to 5 because I ain't got 9 to 5 for you.
Right.
You get you if you need nine
No,
five
I get-
9 to 5 from me, you getting shortcuts, you getting
Yeah.
all type of shit because in the back of my mind, I always had this, man. This ain't my shit. I don't care. I don't care about this shit. Every job I ever had, bro, on paper, I've been a model employee.
I'm on the
But
phone, baby.
I ain't never did shit the way they wanted me to do it. I never done that shit the way they wanted me to do it. I'm just not cut like that. I feel like they picking on me. You know what I'm saying? Fuck you mean? Fuck is you talking about? 7 a.m. and I bet it better not be 7:01. You know what I'm saying? Fuck is you talking
Right.
about? So that's just what my take on it.
No, I
Yeah.
definitely feel that. What about you, Ivo? Do you think it's
I I
personal
agree. It's definitely
preference?
I think it's personal preference, but it's also personal work ethic.
Definitely.
You know,
Facts.
that go a long way
Definitely.
with it too. You know what I'm saying? But
What about you, Joey?
Yeah, I definitely think it's personal preference. Depends on what you want out of life. Like what D'Angelo led with that is what you want out of life. You know,
Yeah.
if you want to make a dollar, you can make a dollar. You know, if you want like D'Angelo said, just peace. You know, peace and sanity. You know what I'm saying? Just a peace of mind. It all depends on what you're looking for. You know, um, that's yeah. I agree. It's definitely
We got a listener
preference.
that said two things can be true at once.
Right. I missed this one. Buddha 773 said a simple Google search he just did said the end of the year is the peak for funeral homes. Hey,
Yeah. I
hey,
just
Buddha,
seen that too.
Buddha, did it give a reason why the end of the year? I'm curious
Flu.
to know.
No, because it was the flu season. I just looked the same shit up. It just say like the end of the year, December's, January's. It's cause it's like flu season and shit. And people die more.
Wow.
Hmm.
It ain't cause of the murders. It's crazy work.
Wow. Yeah, Danita says she looked it up, flu and pneumonia.
Yeah.
It's crazy how many people
But
die
that
of that
but
shit.
but but that's all I was saying though. It's peaks and valleys, bro, with everything, man. Like
No, that's a fact. What was that
it's
other
peaks and valleys to everything.
comment, D'Angelo?
With this one,
Yeah, it's a new listener. All right. Two things can be true at once. Entrepreneurship requires a different type of work ethic. What you mean? What that mean though?
No,
What different type of work ethic is it?
I don't I don't think I
More
don't think
grittier type of
entrepreneurship
work.
I don't think entrepreneurship uh um I don't think it requires a different type of work ethic. I think it requires a different type of mindset.
yeah,
Um I work ethic, no. I when you it's a mindset to me. But I think you do have to work harder for your company to be successful than then you have like D'Angelo said, he can't cut no corners with his job. He gonna do it the right way. He at another job he never did it the correct way, but he made it look easy, so
I just ultimately, bro, I just wish our culture would get out of that mindset that believe everybody needs to be an entrepreneur.
I do too.
I wish that our culture would stop thinking just
I
because you know
don't
how to cook.
I
Listen,
don't
just because you know how to cook a fucking pot roast and fry some fish, mean you can be the best fucking entrepreneur
I
on the planet.
and hey,
no
listen,
I
I
no look.
agree because I feel
I
like
Go
real
ahead,
quick, I
Scott.
just feel like some people you know, you can flourish. Hey, listen, you can make 100 stacks, 150 on working for somebody, or you can go balls to the wall and make 150 working for yourself and have to deal with all this other shit. You dig what I'm saying? So you could deal with all this paperwork and dealing with people and woo, 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 or you can go to work and punch a clock and be like, leave me the fuck alone. It is
See,
what it
see,
is.
see. I don't. When you say slugs that you think that we need to stop thinking that everybody needs to be an entrepreneur. I I I I don't like the way you phrase that, right? I I think it's better
Yeah,
off
people. Some
saying
people don't like peanut butter and jelly
no, no,
sandwiches.
no,
I
no,
don't give a fuck
no.
about
Listen,
what you don't like. No, I'm
no,
just
no.
fucking with you, gang.
What I'm saying is I think everybody should have the goal of being an owner, right? I don't think everybody is cut out to be an owner. I think everybody should want to be one though. That don't mean you should want to be one. You should want ownership.
Of a
It don't
business.
mean it doesn't. Yes, it doesn't mean that you're cut out to be it, but you should strive for it. You should strive for it. It's like there's no way
It's
you should
gone.
tell a person like, look, you shouldn't want to own your own business. No, they should. It doesn't mean that they're gonna be cut out for it, but you should want it and you should try it. You should because you don't know if you're gonna be successful or not.
But I mean,
Whoa,
that's yeah.
whoa.
That's go ahead, Scott.
No, I'm just. Didn't you say some people? You told the kids that they ain't
They
gonna be
shouldn't have
shit.
dreams. They shouldn't have dreams or some shit.
Right?
Stop
Yeah.
over dream.
See, y'all
So
trying
now
to switch it.
everybody need to be an entrepreneur.
I said
It's weird.
everybody. You said what Slug said, and I said I don't like the way he phrased it. Was he think that our people, everybody shouldn't want to be an entrepreneur? I'm saying they should. It don't mean that they're going to be that. It's the same thing I said with kids, right? You could sit up here and tell a kid they could be all they want to be, but without putting in the work, it's not going to come true. It's not. It's the same thing with a business. Like we just said, you could want to own a business and you should go out there and try to do it, but it don't mean you're going to be successful.
Right. Shout out
Hey,
Jay. I just pinned this comment, man, to the top because I think he came up. He's saying it with the best answer when he said the best way is to have a relaxed, balanced job with a business on the side. That is the best way for
that's
sure.
dope.
For sure, that's the
But
best.
it's hey,
Hell
listen.
no.
Yeah, I don't know if I agree with that.
I disagree with that, bro.
Everybody cannot be the superstar of the team.
I
You
disagree with
gotta
that, bro.
have some role players.
I disagree with
And then
that,
you're
bro.
gonna have more role players than superstars.
Joe,
I
you gotta
disagree
have
with that.
Joe. Look, check it out, Joe.
You could
You
not.
gotta have a you gotta
Go
have a
ahead.
9 to 5 to fund your dream, bro.
No, the fuck you. You could not
How will
fund
you
a dream
ever
on a
fund
nine to
your
five.
dream
You will
without where
never
you gonna
fund a
get the
dreams
money
on a
from?
nine to five.
Day, real
You
quick.
will never,
Real,
you will
hey,
never
listen,
start a business with a 9 to 5 ever.
real quick. You start a business.
With a 9 to 5,
Listen, wait, relax. You start a business. Who's gonna work for you?
we
Not no
already said
entrepreneur.
no, no. We already said that it's you. Everybody can't be cheap. Slug said that a long time ago. We all
Oh,
agreed on that.
that's all we saying.
Right. No, but no, I'm talking about what he just said. You should have a business on the side with a balance, a 9 to 5. No, you shouldn't. No, fuck no. Hell no.
Mm. Look at
Hmm.
Buddha. Look what Buddha just said. When you start balancing costs of operations with taxes and insurance, entrepreneurs and 9 to 5 often, not all the time, but often end up in the same ballpark
And
financially.
I just alluded to that.
And that's more stamps my point about you. You know what I'm saying? You buying your time and your peace back. It ain't always about the
Exactly. It
money.
ain't always about the money. That's what y'all fail to realize. Like
But check it out though.
that's
It just
you
depends on
buying
what you
your freedom
define
back.
as your peace. It depends on what you define as your peace in your time. Because you say you're not abiding by what another entrepreneur is saying what it takes to run his company. You're not being bossed by a boss, a manager, or owner. But at the same time, when it comes to balancing out the operations of your business and paying the taxes of your business and controlling or financing other
Hey, hey,
family
hey, hey.
lives of your business. Let me finish, Joe. Let me finish. When it comes to doing all that, that's a whole different ball game when it comes to working. And some people is just not cut out mentally to be able to manage all those things. When some people, when that person can be better off just saying, okay, I'm in this bitch at 9, I'm off this bitch at 5. My check is gonna be the same whether or not I do this or whether or not I go and run my own company.
Hey, you know who always talk about taxes, bro? Poor people. You ain't never heard a rich motherfucker talk about taxes. You don't, cause they figured it
Yes, you
out.
do.
No,
Wait,
you
wait,
fucking
whoa,
do.
whoa,
Yes,
Man,
you
whoa,
do.
whoa,
You
boy,
whoa,
is
Man,
you
definitely
what
do.
is
serious,
Joe
bro?
what you
talking
got?
about?
Wait.
Hey, bro,
I
it's
just want to.
more
I just
poor
wait.
people
Calm
talk.
down. I just want to
Uh,
hear what you said
bro,
again.
I
You
said
never heard a
poor.
rich person
I
say
said
what?
poor people talk about taxes. That's who talk about taxes. I hate when
Boy,
people.
man, get the fuck on.
I hate when people be like,
Get the fuck
"Oh,
out of here.
hey D'Angelo,
Mm.
D'Angelo, when you own your own business, would you? How much shit can you write off? You could find the dumbest shit to write off when you own your own business.
You
Poor
don't.
people talk about taxes.
All right.
Rich people
So
don't.
I
They
don't want
find
this
Joe,
to.
loopholes.
I don't
Rich
wait.
people find
Wait.
loopholes.
I don't want this to be the part of the show when you start going off on a
Oh,
tangent.
okay, go ahead. Go ahead. Y'all go
My
ahead.
thing is, rich people always talking about taxes. That's how they become
Believe that.
bankrupt and shit. You look at
Oh,
Chris Tucker. Chris Tucker be like, shit, pay your taxes. Shit, he messed up. It's a lot of
no,
people that did
no,
not pay
no,
the.
no, no.
Hey, listen,
What?
it's a
What?
lot of
Hey,
rich motherfuckers
what Chris
that
Tucker
look
thought
what
they
did?
Becky
was gonna
just
be
said.
able to
Hey, look
listen.
what
They
Becky
thought
just
they.
No.
said, Scott.
Hey,
What
listen,
Chris Tucker did was
can I?
mismanage his
I
money.
I
Hold on,
just
hold
want
That's
on.
30
what he
more
did.
seconds.
Hey,
30
Scott,
more seconds.
Scott, read that comment.
What they say?
It say Becky said that's because, and Joe was saying about well, what rich people don't pay taxes. Becky said that's because they likely evading them in some way.
I said loopholes. Exactly.
My
Black
thing is this.
poor people
Wait,
think that taxes they think
rich
they
people do
go ahead.
this. They
Go ahead,
rich people do this.
bro.
They feel like they got a certain amount of years to pay some shit off. So they feel like, fuck paying my taxes. I'm about to flip this money on this business and this and that and woo woo. And then when they don't flip that money like they thought they was, they're in debt and they start taking their
Scott,
homes and
that's
they call
called
and they
that's
cars.
Scott, that's called mismanaging your money.
Okay,
That's what
a lot of
hey
rich
Scott,
people.
listen to what I'm telling you, bro.
Yo,
Listen to what I'm telling you. Listen to what I'm telling you. What I am telling you is this. A rich person that mismanaged their money, yes, taxes fuck them up. But they don't think about it until the government comes. All poor people do is think about taxes. Ah, man, that's 50%. When I'm gonna get my tax money back. That's all poor people do. Is talk about taxes. That's it. Like like people. Hey, when you talk about the entrepreneurship, matter doing taxes and all of that, hey, bro, if you was around a rich man and you said something like that, and he would look at you like, is you fucking stupid? Is you stupid, bro? Ain't
have
you
you
ever heard of?
ever been
Hey,
around a
bro,
rich man that said
hey,
that?
Jay, hey, bro, I done been around people that have made $10 million and didn't
No,
owe the IRS shit.
I'm
I, I'm
asking. I
I'm
asked a
telling
regular
you,
question.
I done been around people that then made over $10 million and
Hmm.
didn't owe the IRS nothing. 10 million dollars and didn't owe the IRS nothing. 10 million dollars and didn't owe the IRS nothing. 10 million dollars and didn't owe the IRS nothing. 10 million dollars and didn't owe the IRS nothing. Didn't owe the IRS nothing. I'm trying to tell you that it's us as people like us, right? Bro, the man, Chance the Rapper, Chance the Rapper gave $1 million to Chicago and wrote that shit off. Wrote it off.
Mm-hmm.
Charity. Charity.
So he don't have
Bro,
to pay
you,
taxes.
hey, look. Bro, you could be rich and doggone write off your fucking clothes you wear every day. This is what I'm telling you. You can write off your gas, you can write off your tires,
I love
any
that.
fucking thing you
I
want.
love that for
We
you,
don't
Demeter.
know
I
about,
love
look,
that point.
bro, the most things that poor people realize is they don't understand money. All they know how to do is spend it. Rich people understand money. We need to stop acting like we understand, like, oh man, bro, it's a reason that poor people stay poor and rich people stay rich. It's a
Why do
reason for
they
that.
get booked so much then? Why they have a
Who?
special jail?
Money,
Listen,
mismanaging money,
oh
bro.
my God, G.
Okay, go ahead.
It's
Go ahead.
so many rich motherfuckers in this special jail downtown. They in the special jail because that's white collar crimes, they call it. They don't pay their fucking taxes, so they gotta get booked. It's a jail full of these people. And you trying to act like it doesn't exist. That's why I can't let you do
Scott,
that.
I'm not saying it doesn't exist. What I'm telling you is, like, okay, I give you a prime example, right? I give you a prime example. Everybody that plays the lottery,
Damn.
right? Most people that play the lottery. If the first thing people that wants to win a lottery, what's the first thing they say? Well, the government is going to take half of it. That's the first thing they say. But
The
we got to
first
pay
thing they
taxes
say
on
is
it.
what?
They're going got to pay taxes on it. Got to pay taxes on it. That's how poor people think. I'm telling you that when you make money, bro, your president. We ain't gonna even speak on that. But we know what he do. What I'm telling you is rich people find loopholes. That's all I'm saying, bro. I hate when people be like, "Oh, when you factor in the taxes that they make and this and that and this, they basically making what the man in 9 to 5 making." No, the fuck they ain't. You
So
you
so
you
listen,
can say
listen.
all that shit you want to say, but I guarantee you, it ain't a motherfucking a COO, a CEO, a owner, nothing will trade places with the motherfuckers that's working for him.
So listen. This is the contradiction that you just gave. You said rich people don't think about taxes. But then you say rich people always find loopholes. So
They
therefore, they're thinking about taxes.
Scott. What
That's the
I'm telling you,
thing. You're
okay,
saying that
all
they
right,
don't. They do.
all right, bro.
That's it.
No, what
My
I'm
thing
telling
is they
you,
make
what
enough
I'm saying to
money.
you,
They
what
make
I'm telling
enough
you,
money so that they can't they if you make a certain amount, you do start to donate. That's why people be like, that donation is a tax write-off. That's what it's because you know what? They
what
do not want to pay taxes. So
Scott.
you know
I'm the
what?
when I
They
say
donate certain amounts of money so they can write that money off. And
Scott,
as
what I'm
simple as
talking,
that. You're saying they don't think about it, they do.
Scott, what I am talking about is what Buddha just said. Buddha said when you include the taxes and them paying people and doing all of this, they pretty much make the same thing that the 9 to 5 guy make. That's what Buddha the MC said. I'm saying rich people don't think like that. They don't. They don't think, oh man, I ain't gonna start this business because, man, but once I do this and do that and taxes and this and that, I'm gonna be making the same thing that the dude that's working for me making. Rich people don't think like that. That's how poor people think.
No, you you
That's how
you're
they
doing
stay in the
apples and
place that they
oranges.
is. No,
Hey,
I'm not. I'm
hey, who
trying to
was
tell.
that? You say
Okay,
Buddha?
go
Who
ahead.
said that? Buddha the MC?
What ain't that something like what he said, D'Angelo?
No, I'm
What did he say?
asking who said that,
No, no,
Buddha DMC?
I don't know who said D'Angelo. Is that Buddha said
Whoever
that?
said that, they were basically saying that the guys that own in what we was talking about 100,000 there. You know what I'm saying? Like people that's making 2, 3, 4, five
The
hundred
average
thousand a
business
year, and
owner.
they got a business.
That's the
We were
average
talking about
business owner.
those people.
Okay,
We were
Hey,
not
okay.
Buddha,
talking about the
So,
ultra rich.
Buddha,
So
okay,
Joe.
therefore,
okay.
Hey,
when you
Joe.
start,
So do you
wait,
think?
real quick,
Wait,
and
wait,
I'm
wait.
done.
Go
Give
ahead.
me 10 more seconds. The only thing he was saying was the people that own a small business and they're making money, they really are thinking about that. But
Okay.
you go to the
Extreme.
millionaires
Oh,
and
okay,
you're
okay,
trying to say
okay,
And
okay.
that's
that's
what
what's happening.
that's
That's
what
what
he
just
Wait,
just
wait,
happened.
wait.
put that in the comment, Joe. He said
Okay,
Joe. He
okay,
said Joe. My
okay.
statement
So,
was about 90% of entrepreneurs, not
okay,
the rich.
okay. So what you're telling me is that a guy that owns his own business that brings in $500,000 a year is basically making the same amount of money that a dude that's working for somebody making 100,000.
We actually said we was down there like 100, 152. We didn't
Wait,
go over two.
so so so
But that's what
so
I'm saying.
what?
We were saying
Okay,
that at the end of the day, if you gotta pay employees,
it's
you're coming out of your money because of insurance and this and that
hey,
and
hey,
woo,
hey, hey,
woo,
hey,
woo.
hey, hey, look, okay, so let me explain this, okay? Since we want to dive into it, right? If you make $100,000 at your job, right? After taxes, you take home what?
Let's
After
say
75,
taxes,
60, 70.
75,
60,
60.
70. I make 150. After taxes and all of my write-offs that I'm a write-off, I'm still going to take home like 110, 120. How is we in the same? And plus, I still have the sanity of running my freedom and everything. How is that the same?
Let me tell you,
It's
because
nowhere near the
let
same.
me tell you, ask the question. First and foremost, you move the goalpost. Cause you said a person making 100. Then you said you making 150. Even out the playing
No.
fields.
Why? Hey,
Even
look,
out the playing fields. Cause it's
Oh my
entrepreneurs and it's 9 to 5 people that make the same amount of money, my nigga.
God. Okay, okay,
So if
okay.
you're 9 to
Let's
5,
still
listen,
go
listen, let
there.
me say it, Joe.
Go ahead.
Joe, let me say it, bro. So if you're an entrepreneur and you making 120 and you a 9 to 5 and you making 120, y'all taxes could be the same.
No, they're not.
Your taxes can
It,
be the
No,
same.
they're not.
Listen,
No,
bro,
they're not.
your write-offs can be the same.
No, no, they're not.
If I make $120,000 and I
For
take
a
home ninety
company,
thousand,
for
Joe,
for
you don't
a
let a nigga
company.
talk,
No,
bro.
no, hey,
It,
hey,
it,
hey,
it,
look.
it, it, when you Joe, when you cut a person
Oh
off,
my God, bro.
it's like
Y'all is
fuck
killing
what
me,
they
bro.
talking about. It's like
Okay, go ahead, Slugs.
you got a part
Go
that you
ahead,
be like,
Slugs.
bro.
Go ahead,
All
Slugs.
I'm saying is, even out the playing fields, why one got to make 100 and one got to make 150? It is
Hey, Slugs.
entrepreneurs and it is 9 to 5 people that make the same. It's entrepreneurs that make less than 9 to 5 people.
You're absolutely right. You're absolutely right. But what I am telling you is that
mm,
if I own my business and you work for somebody, I get different tax breaks than you, buddy. That's what I'm trying to tell you. I get different tax breaks than you.
Okay,
So you can't we don't get the same
that still
write-offs.
that still don't mean you make more than me
How
though.
how okay, Slugs.
A 9 to 5 get tax breaks as well. You know how much shit you can write
What?
off, my nigga.
What's the most you can
What?
write off as a 9 to 5? A house,
It
a
depends on
boat.
how much
What
money
what
you
what what what
making.
what what you
It
gonna write off?
depends on how much money you making, gang.
What are you gonna write off?
Man, you can
What?
write off. You can write
Because
off every
somebody else,
fucking.
because somebody
How you
somebody
asking the
else is
question and ain't
oh,
looking for the
okay, go.
answer?
No, no, what I'm saying is somebody else is sending your W2s to you by putting you on their doggone W2s. So what you gonna write off? You gonna go
Bro,
lie?
Bro, you can write off. You ain't got a lot. You
What
can
you gonna
write off
write
all
off?
types of shit that you done bought throughout the year. All the type of shit you done invested in throughout the year. You can.
With
It
a
just
nine to
depends on
five?
that person. Yes, with a 9 2 fucking 5.
Oh my God,
Things
bro.
you didn't invested in, things that you didn't bought throughout the year, or you can be, or you can have a small business that's not
Anything
grossing that much.
is still ownership. You still getting the tax breaks from ownership. See, you're moving the goalpost now. We're talking about a man that is strictly working a 9 to 5 and a man that have ownership in his own company. Don't move the goalpost and get you a small business now.
Okay, all right,
Don't do
let's
that.
take that out. Let's take that out. You still can write off shit, bro.
Like what? Don't move into investments or
Whatever the
nothing
fuck you
because that's
don't,
ownership too. Don't move into
whatever
that
you,
either
okay, whatever you
because if you
donated to,
trade stocks, that's ownership.
whatever you donated
No,
to,
I'm talking. We talking about a straight dude that is working a 9 to 5, and a dude that
whatever
owns his
he
own
donated.
business.
If I work a 9 to 5 and I made $120,000 and
And
I
I got my
donate,
own business.
okay, and I donated $20,000 to a church, I
Get
can write that
real.
off. I donated $10,000 to a church, I can write that off.
Jeff got a great answer on the
You
screen.
can't write that off. You asked me a question
No,
and I answered
you
it.
can write it off. That's a donation. Yeah, you can.
Okay, okay, so that's a write
You're
off.
absolutely right.
You can
You
donate.
can.
You donated to food pantries. You donated to homeless people. You can lie. It's a lot of shit you can write off, and it don't have to be a lie.
Hmm.
I have food drives with my kids every motherfucking year. Spend about $500-700 for Thanksgiving for homeless people.
Hmm.
It's a write off. What he say? Gas, home, office, charity, etc. You don't gotta own a business to write shit off,
You could not. You cannot work for a company. That's just like me, right? I could not, unless I have ownership in my. You could not keep your receipts from driving to work every day if it's not your business and say I want to write this off. You cannot save your receipts from your fucking grocery. It got to be towards your business. It can't be for your house.
bro. He
They
just
already
said
giving you head of household.
gas,
Why do you think
home.
it's only? Why do you think it's only one person can file head of household in the household? Why?
Joe, your
That's
your 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 shit been debunked already, Joe. It's like a zillion things that you
All right,
can
bro.
then you can,
All right,
you know
bro.
what I'm saying, get taxes credit for, bro.
All right, man. All right, bro.
it is. Listen, bro. Listen. I'm a 9 to 5, bro, and I make
I
pretty.
want.
I do pretty
Hey,
good for myself, bro.
in the what's the name in the chat. I want y'all to send me all y'all receipts that y'all keep from all y'all gas receipts. I want to see them all. Not you, D'Angelo. Not you, D'Angelo. But everybody that got a 9 to 5. I want to see your receipts from your gas. I want to see your receipts from your since it's such a write off on your taxes. I want to see it.
Bro,
Most
why
people
you
that
doing
don't.
taxes? You doing
What I'm
taxes?
saying. What I'm saying is,
The
you say
fuck you want
what?
to see guys receipts from, man? I'm trying to see the
Most
receipts.
people, because people just talk. They just talk because they hear shit from other people
But no,
and
no, no,
don't
no,
really have
bro.
no
We live
facts
in
behind it, bro.
I'm not just talking. We living in a digital world right now. I can go to an app and I can pull any type of receipt I done spent on. I can go
And
to
you
one
and
motherfucking app and I can
all right,
pull out the
all
receipts.
right,
I can pull out my medical receipts. I can pull out all the receipts I done spent
oh
on my children
my
this
god,
whole entire past year. I can pull them out. Every single last one of them, probably not. But most of them that I want to write off and I want to put on my taxes, I probably could, especially when it
if
comes to
you could
medical.
get a break, why won't you do it? Why don't you keep them all?
So,
I
so
do.
Joe, look, our
Listen,
audience, our audience is more of a mature audience, like in our age bracket, that that most of us have experienced, you know what I'm saying, income tax situations for 30 years, and by now, most people our age have found a good CPA, someone doing their taxes or whatever, that are actually writing those things off, bro. You know what I'm saying? They are policemen right off putting they uniforms in the cleaners. You know what I'm saying?
They be cut. Oh my. All right, bro.
That's true.
It,
All right, bro.
it, it,
That is
it,
true. Hey,
it,
if I would get a receipt when I go get gas, I can get that shit wrote up.
and the
So
thing
why
about
don't you?
it,
I
that is
just
that
don't know because I don't feel like getting a receipt every motherfucking time, nigga. It's
and that
simple
and
shit.
that
Nah, bro.
and rich people don't get every single fucking receipt.
You
Okay, so
crazy.
but
You
that
crazy.
but the thing
You
is
crazy.
that is called
Warren
a
Buffett
broke.
said it.
That
Warren
is a
Buffett said it
loophole.
better.
That is a
Warren
loophole
Buffett said
for
it better than anybody. Warren Buffett said it better than anybody.
going to the
Broke
extreme,
people
going
count
bullshit a
dollars, rich people count
multi-billionaire.
pennies.
Listen,
He said
listen,
rich people count pennies, broke people count dollars. That's exactly what he said. Warren Buffett said that.
listen. But everybody, Buffett is like a one percenter. Okay, we
You
talk
just
about
said
the
rich
average
people. You
person.
said you said rich people don't keep all their receipts.
They don't. You think
Oh,
50
okay.
Cent, you think everywhere 50 Cent go, he keep every receipt he spent.
I
You
think
think
everything.
if you
Yes,
think if he go buy an outfit for a concert, which he can write off,
yes, yes,
he keep that
yes. I
receipt.
do. Yes, I think he do.
Well, I don't, but it just baffles me. I don't believe every person on this planet, rich or broke, keep every receipt for everything they spend every single time they go and spend something that contribute to their business. Not
It's some
everyone.
people. Hey Slug, I feel like it's some people that's frugal like that. They do that shit. But my
But the
thing is,
average person,
no, average,
the
no.
average rich person and the average broke person. And what we were just speaking about when Joe referenced to loopholes, when we talking about these tax write-offs for 9 to 5ers, those are loopholes for us.
Hey,
Writing
since
off
hey
Social
Day Day, since you
Security.
like using loopholes, I mean since you like being personal, do you use loopholes all the time?
I use the loopholes I know of. Hell yeah. The
All
ones I
right.
know of, if I don't know about it, then I can't use it, evidently. But
I don't know
all the
none of them. I'll just pay somebody who do.
nah,
I
and
ain't
that's cool.
I ain't
As
And that's
simple as
cool.
that.
That's cool, yeah.
It's simple as
Yeah,
that.
no, I do my own taxes, so I only do what
Yeah,
I
no, I
know.
pay somebody, motherfucker, give me decent.
No, that's good. No, I like to learn that type of shit myself, so I can, hand that off to the shorty so they can learn it and they can do it. I really don't trust too many people with my social security number, especially my kids and shit. So, some people that get paid to do that though. So it's cool to go that route, but it's all personal preference. You know, at the end of the day, I just ultimately feel that a 9 to 5 and an entrepreneur is not, for one, two things. For one, it's not that big of a difference unless you running a Fortune 500 company. That's one. Unless you making millions and millions of dollars a year throughout your company, then it's a difference. But if you just averagely making 250 or under, it's not that big of a difference. And secondly, I feel for the culture, I think we have driven this idea of being an entrepreneur so far that they is misguided. They is dumbfounded and ignorant to the hard work that it takes to really become a successful entrepreneur. Bitches think because they do hair and they do nails that they're gonna be a successful entrepreneur. Niggas think because they cut hair and they cut grass and they don't have to get up and work a job that they're gonna be a successful entrepreneur. And that's just not the case. You really gotta devote it is to me personally it's twice as hard to be an entrepreneur because to be an entrepreneur than it is to just have a steady flow of income, have a career, have a fucking trade or something that you love to do or you like to do and just cut the check. And that's just from my personal experience, bro. I didn't move from being a machine operator to a machinist to a programmer to an engineer. All of them is 9 to 5. And I do pretty decent for myself. And it's just personal. I do not have the mindset to where I want to go and could be in a competitive market to try to outcompete with owning a bit. I don't have the time nor the patience to be. Now, if I had a partner who is equipped with being able to handle paperwork as such as like human resources and things of that nature, and handle organized finances to the point to where it'd be delegated properly, then maybe I would that would be their responsibility, and I would trust them to do that right within my business. But I ain't got the time for that shit. I just want to do what I know how to do and what I like to do and get paid for it. That's just that. And I think it's many people that think like that, and it's many people that thinks like D'Angelo. I ain't bitch. You not finna tell me what, when, how to do what I need to. I'm gonna do what the fuck I want to do, how I want to do it. And I don't think it's nothing wrong with either one of them. Do what fits you best. That's my argument. I'll
Yeah,
close.
I
So
feel
you
you.
will so you will rather work for if you had a choice, you would rather just work for somebody.
I would rather do what I would rather do. I don't care. It don't. I would rather get paid, my nigga.
No, no, no.
What
What
I
I'm
want to
saying
get
is what
paid.
I'm saying is
If
For
it
the
was my
love
if
choice,
of
would
if
I
you
money.
rather
if you
work?
if you had if you had a choice to go through A or B, basically what you saying is basically what we said earlier, right?
I would
What a
rather
girl
work for
said. You
somebody
will
because
so
because
because you don't feel like you have the work ethic to run a successful business.
no, not the work ethic, because the work ethic is the same work ethic I put in to running or to working for someone. It's the same work ethic I will put in into running a business. I don't have the time nor the patience to handle all the other responsibilities such as payroll, HR, uh leave time, paid time off, insurance, and all
But
this
why?
other shit that comes with running a success. Because I don't do nothing half ass. So
Okay,
I'm not
so
finna run a business and be half ass doing it because I
it's,
just want to
okay,
be called an entrepreneur.
okay. So what you're telling me is, I'm trying to understand this. So what you're telling me is, if you have whatever many hours out of your day to do a job for somebody else, but you can't do this a payroll paperwork within the same time frame for your own company.
What you asking? What was the
So
question?
you saying if I gave you the option of going through door A, which is going to work 10 hours for somebody and running a machine, or door B, your own company where you're going to do paperwork and payroll and stuff, like, you will choose to go work for somebody and run a
Yeah,
machine?
yeah. It ain't. Yeah, I would, because that's what I'm good at, bro. I'm not good at
Wow.
payroll. I'm not good at payroll. First of all, and it's just me personally, I feel sitting behind a desk typing on the computer and doing numbers and shit like that to that aspect is some lazy shit. I can't sit down and eat fucking popcorn and donuts and ice cream and
Hey,
type in numbers
hey,
and
Slug.
type in a number and organize payroll
Man,
and
fuck you.
Hey, Slugs. How good? Hey,
I
Slugs.
just
How
can't
good?
do it. I can't do it. I have
Hey,
to.
Slug.
I'm
No,
good
no.
with
I'm
my
asking
hands,
you,
bro.
how good? How good are you at machining?
I'm good. It's just not machine operations, bro. I'm good at math, bro. So it's machinist, it's engineering, bro. It's setting up machines, it's programming machines, bro. It's just not sitting down at a machine and pressing a button and watch a machine do the work. It's literally telling the machine what to do and how to do it, when to do it, how fast to do it, how slow to do it. You know what I mean? It's a lot. It's a lot that goes into machinist, bro. It's a and people get this confused. It's a big difference between machine operator and being a machinist. So it's just a lot goes into it, and I like it. Weird as it may be to some people, I like and that's something I'm an entrepreneur in. I'm running this machine, telling this machine what to do. I'm developing programs for this machine so this machine can operate the way I want it. And I'm in charge of one person, which is this fucking machine, versus me. being in charge of 10, 15, 20, 30 different people and balancing out different emotions and all. I just don't get with that shit. I'm cool on it. I balance my kids' emotions, my emotions, and probably a bitch emotions, depending on how good that box is. Other than that,
Man,
other than
man,
that,
I'm
I
Here
ain't
you
fucking
go.
with it. I'm cool.
so
I'm cool.
so so where y'all stand on that? Like Scott, you with him?
You say I'm up with him? Yeah, because I feel like I think people are entitled to what they believe in. It depends on depending on the job. You dig what I'm saying? It's cool for me to, but I don't like to I don't deal good with confrontation. And I gotta talk to a motherfucker and tell them shit. I ain't got time for the most part. If I had to, I would. If I started some shit and then this is my shit, I could and I would. You dig what I'm saying? But I understand, like if I'm making the same amount, if I can be a worker or if I could be the boss, it just depends on the stress level of the job. And that's all I've been trying to say this whole time.
Fact,
The
fact.
stress level of the job is what get me. If I can go to the crib and I ain't gotta deal with nobody, I'm decent. But if I
So
gotta go to the crib and still hear this shit, motherfucker, motherfucker call you in the middle of the night and shit. When you the boss, motherfucker gotta call you in the middle of the night, like, you know what, I ain't coming in, or motherfucker said this shit to me and woo, woo. That's some
so
irritating ass shit. And you
another
might not want to deal with that.
another question then. So y'all say y'all going to work for money, right? You say you going for that check, right? That what you said, Slug?
That's all we do. That's all the fuck we go to work for.
Okay, so does going to work does going to work for that money, does that involve promotions? Do you look to move up in the do you look up to move up the ladder at work? Or do you just want to go and stay in one spot and just make what you came in to make? If you got offered a lead position at work, would you take it?
What
Nah, I
what are you
wouldn't.
what are you going for?
Because
I wouldn't.
what I'm trying to see is when you a lead or you a manager or some you're managing e- people. You're making schedules. They giving you a bigger role to do more things at
I
work
just
to
answered the
make
question for
more
me.
money.
I just answered the question for me, Joe. No, I wouldn't. I've been in those roles, and it's just not worth it. It's just not worth it. I've been in those roles where I've managed teams. I've been supervisors. I've been in roles where I've been training. Now I don't mind training. Like I definitely train people on how to do what I do, what I know how to do. But as far as being a lead and being a sub manager or sub supervisor or a nah, I'm cool on that, bitch. You do your job. That's what they pay you to do because the pay really ain't that different. And it also depends
No, but
on.
what if it was though? Would you take it? What if the pay was different? Would you take it?
I don't know, Joe. It all depends, gang. It depends on what the details inquire, bro. It all depends, bro. I'm not gonna sit here and say no. I'm not gonna take it because I probably be a lie, and I'm not gonna sit here and say hell yeah I'll take it because it pay different. It ain't really always about the money for me. It's about the responsibilities, the roles, the duties, and the responsibilities of the position, bro. If the roles, the duties, and the responsibilities ain't too much different than what I'm doing, but I can get paid more, then yeah, I'll take it.
But why
But
would I, as a job, let you keep your same job and give you more money?
because I'm a good employee, you appreciate my hard work and my ethic, and you don't want to lose me.
If you don't want to move up in my
Don't
company, then
spray
that
that on
mean
my
you want to
couch.
stay one. That mean you want to
Hold
stay
on,
in one
Joe.
spot.
Hold on, Joe.
Nah, I wouldn't.
Some jobs pay for their employees for longevity, long-term employees. They give you their raise.
Bro,
You've been here a while. You can keep doing the same thing you've been doing. Here go a little extra money because you've been here 2, 3, 5 years. They do that.
man,
It's called
bro,
appreciation. It's called not
bro.
only appreciation, but that is
I,
good
I,
leadership, bro. That's
nah,
good
bro. Y'all
leadership,
killing
bro.
me, bro.
If I got somebody who's really taking care of a big portion of my job, of my business, and I'm not accommodating them, I'm not showing them appreciation, why
It's
would I
levels,
want
bro.
why would
It's
I
no
want to
way.
lose that employee? Because that employee can go and take those talents to somebody else, and I'll lose that. That
Okay, and
shit
and
hard to
I
come across.
and I would be willing to lose a person that wants to stay. And actually, I wouldn't even pay you more money. Like that's just me as a company. Like it's a reason that
Yeah,
there
you a
are.
shitty boss. That's cool.
I'm not a shitty boss. Is a person. I'm supposed to pay you more for doing the same job. You're going to get a pay raise. That's it. You're not going to get a big gap in your pay. Thinking like if you go up, if you was to go from one position to a lead, it could be like a $10,000 pay increase per year, right? I'm not giving you that for doing the same job. Why?
That's
You
you.
comfortable come to work every day making what you make.
You don't know that though. Maybe they not comfortable. You steady making assumptions.
Yeah,
Maybe they not comfortable.
you a shitty boss, like you said. That's bogus
Well,
as hell.
they ain't got shit to do with being a
It
city
do.
boss. That's how you run a
You
company, bro.
and like one of
Bro,
the
Ain't
comments said,
nobody
you
on this
get
earth.
paid off merit sometimes, my dude.
but that you say that's
If
not a
I'm there for
shitty.
10 years, you can't pay me the same. You can't say pay me the same amount.
You think you gonna get a huge raise working the same position? Is you crazy?
Let me ask you something,
In
Joe.
10 years, you honestly think, you really believe that you work this, you got the same job title. In 10 years, you'd have made a significant jump at your job.
Let me tell you something, Joe. Let me tell you. Let me ask you something, Joe.
Y'all bugging, bro.
Can I ask you
Y'all
something?
tripping, bro.
Can
I
I ask you
see why.
something, bro?
Hey, you want me to tell you something, bro? Y'all absolutely correct. Y'all got it.
Nah, you know what? I shut up because I just wanted slugs to talk. But my thing is this: you cannot do that because
Nah, I wanna
if
ask
you
him
keep
something.
on
That's
talking about some
exactly
you in the same
that's
position in my
exactly why
job,
y'all that's
obviously
exactly why
it's
y'all okay with working, bro. Y'all
the
thinking
next position is to take your shit, and that ain't how that shit work.
take what? No, what I'm saying
No, it
is
is because it get to a
if
point
you
where
think
every year if I'm getting better and better and better, nigga, I'm taking your shit. I'm not saying people should be better at they shouldn't be better
you
at their
gonna take
job,
my
but you
business,
just trying to act like, all right, go ahead,
what
go
Now
I'm
let
ahead.
me
saying
let me
is
ask
if
you. Let me ask this shit real quick, Joe. Let me just ask this because I've been sitting on it, bro.
pause.
You got a business. Pause. You got a business, bro, and somebody in a position that's been making $20, $30 an hour. 30, let's just say $25 an hour, right? He
Mm-hmm.
been doing this shit for 10 years for you
Yep.
at $25 an hour, right?
Mm-hmm.
But within them 10 years, you done grossed 10 million. You gross an extra million every year.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I'm saying? But he
Mm-hmm.
been sitting here for 10 years making $25 an hour. And
Yep.
within these 10 years, you didn't gross 10
He's not
million.
he
You're
will
not,
get a raise
oh my
every
God.
year.
Yeah, but I'm saying you wouldn't even have the notion to know or to be like, okay, let me get this nigga $10,000 bonus. Or let me
Hey,
up his annual, let me up not the yearly annual 75 cents, $1.25 that a motherfucker get every year. Let me just show this individual I appreciate him being dedicated and loyal to my company for the past 10 years. I done made 10 million off this person in this position alone. You don't feel it is necessary or it's cool or it is righteous or right to be like, okay, let me get this motherfucker an extra $20,000 a year.
Slugs.
Yes or no? Do
No,
you?
no, no, no,
Yes or
no, no.
no? No.
Let me say something to you. In order for me, like you said, you don't like me cutting you off, right? Slugs. Talk realistic shit, bro. Stop talking shit that don't make sense.
I
You
just gave a
said,
hypothetical, bro.
no, 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 no. Don't give me a hypothetical. Give me real life shit. I don't want to talk hypotheticals. You're not gonna work for me for 10 years and make $25 when you start, and in 10 more years you're making $25. That's not realistic.
Oh my
Let's talk
God! So
realistic.
he went from
Let's
20 to 25.
listen,
He
listen,
went from
listen.
20 to $25 an hour over the course of 10 years.
Listen to me. Listen to me. Listen to me when I tell you this. As a businessman, right? As I own a business, the position you work or make tops off at $1. That means if the position that you work as a, like, let's just say you're a machinist, and the top machinists make $35 an hour. That's what the most you're going to make. I'm not going to raise it because you doing more stuff than the other person. No, you're going to top off at 35. And I'm
Yeah,
gonna pull
that's
you in
why I
my
get.
office. I'll pull you in my office and say, Emmanuel, if you want to make more money, you need to take on a bigger role. That's how companies work. They don't
Okay.
work this in this make-believe world you're living in, saying, man, I've been here for 30 years. You should look out for me. That's not what happens. Stop talking. That's what I mean by what I say. Y'all talking this make-believe world. What company you ever heard of a company that the top payer at your position making $35 an hour because you've been with me for 20 years, I'm going to bump you up to 40. No. If you
Bro,
want more money, you need to take a bigger role in this company. It's that
bro,
simple.
bro, I got you. I understand that. But I just did it in 5 days. I took on a contract in Alabama and the pay was $7,000 to do a job there. And instead of me making seven, I made a salt buck because of the work performance. Not only that I did what was expected of me to do, but I went above and beyond and did other things that wasn't expected of me to do
So
in
you
that
took on a
company.
bigger role, correct?
I didn't take on a bigger role.
If you did stuff
The
that
thing that
above
I
and
did,
beyond of the
the
job,
thing,
that's a
no,
bigger
no,
role.
the things that I did, it wasn't expected. It wasn't in the contract for me to do, but I did it. It was the same job, but I just did more of that job. The same exact job. I didn't take a bigger role. I didn't take a lead role. I didn't. It wasn't. I didn't even expect the $3,000 signing bonus or the $3,000 the extra that I got. But that goes to speak to what you was just speaking to. No, you're right. It don't happen often, but it does happen. And it's called gratitude.
You're
It's
talking
called
about
appreciation.
you're
Now,
talking about a bonus.
when them
You're talking
motherfuckers
about
call
a
me,
bonus, bro. You're
listen,
talking
when them
about a
motherfuckers,
bonus.
that's what I just said though.
No,
When
I'm
them
talking about
motherfuckers
a
call me,
significant.
when
eh,
them
eh, eh,
motherfuckers call me again, they know what to expect from me, and I know what to expect from them. And we have a decent relationship to where I'm more likely to fuck with them because they're more likely to be understanding and fuck with me.
Oh
It's
my.
a
Okay.
relationship. Now, go back to speaking to what we was talking about. If you as a boss is saying, nigga, you capped out at $35 an hour, I don't give a fuck how much money you make me. All I'm gonna give you is $35 an hour. Well, guess what? Now my mentality is fuck you, nigga. I go over here to Joe or to Scott because Scott gonna pay me $40 an hour for
That's
doing exactly
that's
what I do for
that
you.
that is totally fine with an owner.
Yeah,
Don't you know they push out old motherfuckers every year into retirement and hire young people every year to pay
yeah,
young people less money and will teach them the job you doing? Don't you know that?
yeah, they do. They
So
do.
what are you talking about? What I'm telling you
A
is
lot of
is
companies go under for that shit too, though. So
no, no they don't. No they
just as
don't.
much as you
No they
crazy,
don't. No they don't.
you crazy.
No they don't.
So
No they
businesses
don't.
don't fail.
Yes, business fail, but you trying to say business fail because they is moving out the people that is making way more money than they could bring in some young people and teach them to do the job just as efficient as the older people
That's the
that's
thing,
making
though.
thirty thousand thirty
That's the
thousand dollars more a
caviar you
year.
just put on there. That's the caviar just put on.
No,
They ain't
that's
doing a
exactly
job.
what
They
that's
not
what I,
doing a job just like the vets was doing it.
yes
They
they
not
will.
doing a job as
Yes
efficient and
yes
effective
they
as the vets.
yes
They just
yes they
getting
will.
by. And
Yes
sooner or
they
later,
will.
them getting by is gonna bring that company down because they not
Slug,
performing
this
above and
a slug,
beyond.
a slug. This is it's lawsuits that them been it's people that been sued over this type of stuff, bro. What are you talking about? This shit happen every year, every day. Old people getting pushed out of positions because of what they making and bringing young people in, pushing older people into retirement. This shit happens every day. What are you talking about? And Fortune 500 companies. What are you talking about? This stuff happens every day. All I'm telling you is if there's a cap at your dollar, most companies is not finna give you more money unless you take a bigger role in the company.
I agree with that. I don't disagree with
That's
that at
all I'm
all.
saying. So what I'm saying is if you will take that bigger role in a company to work for somebody, why won't you take that bigger role for your own company?
If I would take a big, I ain't say I take a bigger role to work. I
I know,
say
I
it was
know. I'm just saying the people that would. I'm just saying the people that be like, no, I'll take that supervisor position for my job and make payroll, do payroll, and make scheduling and stuff that you said that you don't, that you said a headache and you won't do. It's people out here that would take that position for a company but won't do it for their own company. Why is that?
I don't know. I don't know,
That's
but
all
I
I'm saying. That's why I say, would you go
yeah, I
through
don't
door
know.
A or door B? Because
Yeah, I
me
can't see, but
personally,
I can't do
I
that
would rather do
paperwork
that
shit,
shit for
bro.
myself.
I can't do that paperwork shit, bro.
So look, hey, like that was a perfect way to like kind of sum this episode up. Everybody just you do what's best for you. It could work. It could work either way, 9 to 5s or entrepreneurship. Either way, whatever works for you. And Slug made a point earlier that we kind of need to stop pushing that. Oh, one is better than the other, and we trying to tell everybody, oh, you need to be your own boss, and I don't know if that shit started with Dame Dash or whatever, man, but uh, you know what I'm saying. That ain't what it is, man. Do what works for you.
What would you
Right.
advise, D'Angelo? You as being an entrepreneurship, what would you advise?
I advise do what works for you. Cause what worked for I already said what worked for me ain't for nobody.
So,
Nobody else telling me what to do.
right. So
Well,
that's
I'm just
what I'm
saying.
asking you. Like, if I was to come to you and was like, what would you put? What would you steer somebody towards? Like, man, look, you get what I'm saying? Like, what would you push? Like, you would just push, do what's best for
Depends on their
you.
personality.
Yeah. Like it's so uh Joe, being that me and you think alike on a lot of different ways. If it's you coming to me, I'm always saying, hey Joe, you need to do that shit for yourself.
Right.
But I wouldn't say that to everybody else.
Makes sense.
I wouldn't say that to everybody
Based
because
off of their mentality.
yeah, because everybody ain't ready for the responsibility of that. It is a lot of responsibility that comes with it. Every mis-
Right.
every mistake you make is all the way 100% on you.
Right.
So
And you know what
Facts.
I'm saying? Like when you working with a company, and quick example, we talked about this um on another episode. I'm gonna use quickly truck driving for an example. If a truck driver get pulled over at the scale and he's overweight and they fine him, he's gonna call his company and the company has to come up with that money. But if you own it on your own, you ain't nobody to call at that weigh station. You better have that bread, or you ain't going nowhere. You know what I'm
yeah,
saying?
I agree. I
yeah.
agree.
You better have that bread, or you ain't going nowhere. But again, it's preference, and that's kind of what we gonna rock that one up with. Damn, rock that up with it's crazy. but but yeah, man, y'all summer is coming. With your boy.
Think about that. I'm too.
Motherfucker.
So I'm gonna put my card, take your phones out,
Bruh,
screenshot that, man.
did you have some music, some elevator
Yeah,
music playing in the
yeah, that shit
background?
was lame. That shit was lame as hell.
Hey,
Summer is
hey,
That
coming.
shit, bro. Fuck is this goddamn it? Price is right, nigga. You trying
hey, Daddy, hey, Daddy, this nigga got the little ass shorts on.
Hey, Hey, my shorts past my knees, champ. I don't know
No,
what
the
you
fuck it ain't, nigga. I'm
boy,
looking
you
at this
straight,
shit,
boy,
man.
you better look at that
Boy,
knee.
you got on some coochie cutters.
You better look at that knee, boy. I don't wear nothing above my knee.
Boy, I'm looking at the picture.
What they call them joints, man? What man?
No, them called coochie cutters.
Damn.
You see them?
See,
Daddy,
y'all,
can you see these shorts? He trying to act like he got some grown man shorts on.
And no, I'm gonna fuck with you though, D'Angelo. I'm trying to go. I'm trying to go out the country for the one time. So
for sure. Hey, everybody in the chat, screenshot that, bro.
Hoochie Daddy. That's what they called Danita. Hoochie Daddy. He got them Hoochie Daddy joints on.
Boy, he bowed in for them.
No, Scott got it right. Them some coochie cuts.
You see?
Get up out of here.
Scott said he got some coochie cutters on.
Cutting that coochie.
Hey, God, your ass a fool.
Hey,
That nigga act like he don't know where his knees at. Nigga, I can see.
man,
We know a knee when we see a knee, motherfucker.
man, I'm finna,
Oh, boy, he
y'all,
got all his
y'all,
knees out.
hey, y'all finna make me dig for the files, Joe. I gotta.
Hey, look.
Y'all ain't never finna have me.
Hey, bro, you
Oh,
chose
boy,
that picture,
I ain't
not us,
going.
bro. You chose that picture. Don't try to go find one to correct it now.
Hey, look. Hey, I ain't going on that trip. I don't know what the fuck going on.
Oh no, don't do him like that.
Oh, shit.
I don't trust your shorts, dude. I don't trust your shorts on that picture, man. I ain't going.
Oh, shit.
Scott, your ass a fool.
I don't know.
Oh, man.
That don't make no sense, G. Did that shit say love travel? Lord.
Y'all just can't see where my knee at, bro. that's clearly
That's the
what that
problem.
is.
We can see that shit, nigga.
Boy, you can't.
What you
We
doing though,
can
man? You
see it.
saving? You saving money on traveling or what?
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. We whatever you chasing, we can make it work for you. And that hey,
Nah,
that's another one of my entrepreneur ventures.
there you go.
But you
But yeah,
said whatever we chasing, so you got a team helping you with that, right?
no sir. No sir. This all me, brother.
Oh, okay. So you behind that desk pushing that paperwork like a motherfucker. I'm order you some donuts.
Hey, you got to diversify, brother.
No, that's what's up. You multiple
Nah, we
streams of
fucking
income.
with that. Be going. I'm going.
Multiple streams of income.
For sure. But hey, man, that's another one, y'all. Sorry, hey, we ain't gonna be taking too many breaks like we did last week. We know we missed the show, but we right back at it. Y'all catch us on the next one, man. Next Tuesday, 8:15 Central. Peace.